That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday Fun Day, and we are live in the alley with Bill Linsky and Josh Savali. Let's go, Buffalo! Sunday afternoon here in the alley. Footman is you at downtown Brewcone Rally. Prognostication, hilarious jokes. Grab your beer, we're so glad you're alive in the alley.
Man,
It is cold here, live
yay!
with a nice, brisk, comfortable 12?
What is it?
I don't know. 16. That might be pushing it.
Yeah, that's too hot.
I think it's 48. Is that how many points we scored last week?
Yes, indeed.
So, for all you naysayers out there that said the Bills defense wouldn't stop the Lions, you were right. But none of it mattered when you were right. Good for you. Race out to an early lead and hold them at bay.
We did it,
You called it.
We
We
did
did
it.
it, and thank God we did.
or else.
When the opposing quarterback goes 494 and 5 touchdowns and no turnovers, I felt like the Bills the week before.
Yeah.
If you were the
No
Lions,
doubt. Yeah.
you know, you had to come back.
We did great, and we lost.
Yeah, and right.
Not us. I mean them.
Well, if so facto, I mean, cool. It was good for the Bills. Allen, another MVP. What more can you say about that guy? Oh, by the way, and this morning it was revealed that he did have a fractured left hand since the first game of the season.
I heard that.
Yeah. Well, no, it was kind of a no-duh, but we actually got confirmation of it. So, holy cannoli.
I'm glad it's not his right hand.
No, that wouldn't have, probably nothing would have happened.
Yeah.
That was cool.
What was I? Yeah. That was crazy.
It was crazy. Last week, the Bills win again. They scored 30 points again.
40.
Right, and 40. So 30 for the 8th straight game. If they score 30 today, that will set an NFL record, 9 straight games with 30 points.
I think they might.
They could. Josh Allen, we love to talk about that guy, is the first
best player in the league.
Yes. The Bills as a team are the first NFL team since the merger over a 3-game span to score 15 or more touchdowns, no turnovers, and take no sacks. 79% of the time when the Bills have a 1st and 10, they get in that set of downs, they get another 1st and 10. That's number 1 in the NFL. So they move the ball down the field. Like basically it's saying their drives are long and they convert, even though it might not seem like it sometimes. But they turn them into first downs, and then boom, we're in the red zone. And last week, the Rams game, even when we got off the schneid, the Bills are in the red zone all of a sudden. And with Allen back there, you're probably going to score. The note on the defense, though, the Bills are tie. Congratulations, New York Giants from 1966. The Bills now join them as the only team in the NFL to score 40 and give up 40 in consecutive games. Ever.
Did you know the average football player is mean?
That's not bad. That is not
That's a
bad.
mathematics joke.
It is.
I don't know if anyone noticed that.
That is really good. You know what else is really good? The Bills' backfield last week.
Oh, man.
James Cook gets his third 100-yard game of the season. Ty Johnson had 5 catches for 114 yards.
He's amazing. He is awesome. Where did he come from? Maryland.
Cook?
Ty Johnson.
Oh, Maryland. Oh, and Detroit.
Everywhere else.
He played that's where he played college. Yeah. Maryland. Like, they've had a bad program for a while. Cook goes for 14 carries, 105, 2 touchdowns. Allen, 2 passing, 2 rushing. Here's a little tidbit for you. So Cook has 13 rushing touchdowns. Good for third in the NFL. Allen has 11. Good for 11th in the NFL. There is one team that has a better combo, and it's not the Detroit Lions.
It's the Eagles.
Jalen Hurts has 15, and Saquon Barkley has
15.
No. They have 25 between the two of them. The Bills and Allen and Cook have 24 between the two of them.
Oh, okay.
So Allen and Cook combined
the beer lady.
So say what you want about that, though. The Eagles, who I was in the camp that they would take a jump this year, and they've been great. What they have been. But
they've been winning.
They're right. I don't know who to say. They're right up there with us, or we're right up there with them as far as total touchdowns. But it's pretty good. You know, and Hurts is pretty good. But excuse me. Anyway, the Bills, obviously, as we know, locked up the division a few weeks ago. They're playing the Patriots today for the first time this season. A divisional opponent who you play twice in the season. It's week 16.
See you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, see you. Yeah, week after next. And you had the division locked up 3 weeks before you even touch the grass against them. That's wild. And the Patriots, 3-11. Like caramba.
What do you think?
I don't know.
I don't either.
They don't have a lot of talent overall. They just don't. They are not flush with a good young crew.
They have a quarterback.
Drake May looks fun.
He may be.
But the coaching is, I mean, if they go 4-13, to finish out the season, could that be a one and done?
Yeah.
You got a lot to live up to, but Mayo, his post-game, if anybody's seen his post-game conferences, he just shells the players. He hangs everyone everybody out to dry. He's a former player.
I know.
You should know what that's like.
He played for that team.
Yeah. And I don't want to steal a stat from Jimmer here, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to. How about that? So New England we'll get to the spreads of the day. To blow that balloon or pop that balloon, whatever you want to call it. New England's 14-point dog today. This is the first time in 30 years that they've been, or the last time they were 14-point dog was 2023 against the Bills, and they covered the damn spread. But yeah, that never happened often. And, we're so used to 25 years of dominance from that team. It's a lot different.
It's nice to be on the other side now.
Somebody brought up the other day a good point. At what point is the revenge tour against the Patriots over?
Never.
I agree. I agree. You could pummel them 30-0 for the next 15 years, and I'd be like, give me a few more. Give me a few more before it's over. I mean, we've embarrassed them in a couple games. They beat us in a couple games. You had the win game, the Mac Jones win game last year.
Yeah.
They got the 2-point conversion to win the game. But no, never, ever will the revenge tour against the Patriots. It'll never happen. Brady was 33-3 against us? Oh, God. It's fun to talk about Allen stats because we're living through it, but
quit taking Jimmer's stats away.
I know. I'm sorry.
I have a question for you, Billy.
Oh, yeah.
What does a sprinter eat before a race?
What?
Nothing. He fasts.
You know what? I have a request. Next year on the Christmas show, Christmas jokes only.
Ah, crap. I got it. I wrote a couple down here.
Do you have more sprinter jokes? Or food jokes?
I got something up my sleeve. And it's my arm.
Get out of here. Christmas only. My gosh. Speaking of jokes, and it's not Jimmer, are the Patriots a joke this year? They're not the worst team in football, but they're damn near close.
Yeah. They are trying.
But
what do you want to do?
Find out more about them.
All right, let's do
Jives with
Jimmer. Sorry, my hands aren't coming out.
Where's my music?
Found it.
Trevor, how are you?
Oh, brisk out here.
How about that Duke team?
Dominant win against Georgia Tech yesterday.
Yeah, pretty decent.
Gotta like that.
Yep. It seems like all college sports in the last 2 days have just been blowouts.
Yeah.
Basketball
it's been
blowouts,
horrible.
college football blowouts. Hope you're happy, 12-team playoff.
Oh man, it's been bad.
They'll find out. Hopefully next week you get
Well,
the
yeah.
You got the riffraff out of there. Your Tennessees and your SMUs and your Indianas. Woo.
All right, ready to talk some Patriots?
Yes, indeed.
Always love talking about New
I
England.
know you do. We're here in the first year of the post-Bill Belichick era. Former Patriots linebacker Gerard Mayo promoted from his position of linebacker coach for New England to that coaching spot. Not off to a rousing start, as you mentioned, coming in at 3-11, last in the AFC East. Season began for the Patriots, kind of surprising. A Week 1, 16-10 win at Cincinnati. They did manage a Week 8, 25-22 win over my Jets. We'll get into that next week more. Then kind of a dominating win from Week 10, a 19-3 victory at Chicago.
Dominating 19-3 just seems so weird.
Got to keep it in perspective.
Yeah, exactly. Dominating for them.
Other than that, not a season to remember for New England. Weeks 2 through 7 resulted in a 6-game losing streak. They come in today losers of their last 3. Start with the defense. Last year, one of the better defenses in the league.
Yeah.
They finished 4th overall in the run against the run and 7th in total defense. This year, different story. Quite a few factors. Prior to the season, Patriots traded 4-time Pro Bowl linebacker Matthew Judon to the Falcons. That was like a cost-cutting move for him.
Yep.
Linebacker Jawan Bentley, he suffered a season-ending pectoral injury in Week 2. Defensive tackle Christian Barmore, who we'll talk a little bit more later. He's only played in 4 games due to blood clot issues. Safety Jabril Peppers, placed on the commissioner's exempt list, which prohibited him from attending any practice or games due to domestic violence and cocaine possession charges. He's missed 8 games.
Go figure.
Fellow starting safety Kyle Duggar, he's missed 4 games due to an ankle injury. This has contributed to significant regression in New England, going 7th overall defense to 19th this season.
Oh.
Offense, even worse.
I was going to say that 19th, okay, but
Tell us about the O.
Their 238 total points scored rank above only the 208 scored by the 2-12 Giants. Nobody at skill positions for New England that opposing coaches will have to go out of their way to game plan for. Patriots' top weapon, if you want to call him that, running back Ramondre Stevenson, 24th in the league in rushing. He is the highest-ranked skill position player for New England.
He's always good for one against
I bet
the
he
Bills.
goes off on us.
He always
He's going to go off.
He's good
on
for a
us.
fumble and a touchdown against the Bills.
Well, he started the season with fumbles in every one of New England's first 5 games. But on a positive note, he's almost only fumbled twice since then.
Oh,
Nobody in the Patriots receiving corps is causing opposing coaches to lose any sleep. The top receiver is tight end Hunter Henry. 87 catches, 635 yards, 44th in the league.
And that's it's like not even one of 32.
Exactly.
Oy.
That's a tight end. If we're looking solely at the receivers, top guy is Demario Douglas, 73 catches. Demario Douglas, 508 yards, 69th in the league.
Nice.
No other New England wide receivers in the top 100. Offensive line, that's a mess as well. Due to injuries and ineffective play, New England has used different offensive line combinations 9 times this season. They've allowed the 5th most in sacks against, as well as being dead last in the category of pass block win rate. One bright spot, relatively speaking, for the Patriots, you mentioned it, rookie Drake May. His collegiate career at North Carolina, 22, May was the ACC Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and Player of the Year. New England used the 3rd overall pick in the draft on May this year. Jacoby Brissett, starting quarterback from day 1, he was benched after a Week 5 loss to Miami.
He got the crap kicked out of him.
Oh, he did. The offensive line is
Poor
bad.
guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was just out there.
They just threw him in there for fun.
Every
We don't want to get this young kid hurt.
time they'd pick him off the grass, they had to do the old fix the jersey over the shoulder pad. Like every play.
Scrape it off the helmet.
Yeah.
Well, May took over and has been the starter ever since. Offense did get better with May at the helm. Weeks 1 through 5, the Patriots averaged 12.4 points per game. Since May took over, up to 19.5. It's not setting the league on fire, but it's something. Got to try and find some positives here.
Right, yeah.
But
May
there's
has
none.
very few and far between.
Yeah.
May has a 6-game streak of throwing at least one touchdown per game. If he has one today, he will tie New England's franchise rookie record of 7 straight, set by Jim Plunkett in 1971.
Wow.
The good,
I
you
like
have
that
to.
guy.
He always looked like his helmet was too small.
I know.
Pushed in on his face like that.
That's one of the best things about the old school times. There's always something wrong with everyone.
Yep. With the good, you have to take the bad, though, as May is also on a 6-game streak of throwing at least one interception per game.
He's probably going to do that today. Probably
be.
2.
Last week, we talked about the accuracy of Lions quarterback Jared Goff. May isn't doing too shabby in that department. His completion rate of 65.8%, second highest ever by a rookie quarterback, second only to fellow rookie from this year, Washington Jaden Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
Who's got 70.5. Injuries for New England. Offense comes in healthy. Only starter on the injury report is guard Cole Strange. He's listed as questionable.
What a name.
Think his dad is a doctor.
I was going there.
Different story for the defense. You mentioned defensive tackle Christian Barmore's blood clot issues. He's ruled out for today, as well as cornerback Marcus Jones with a hip injury. We talked about both starting safeties, Jabril Peppers and Kyle Duggar earlier. They are both as questionable, as well as defensive end Keon White. Now, you had mentioned there 3 wins so far. You mentioned if they get to 4, Mayo State, season doesn't get any better. The remaining schedule at Buffalo today, home versus the Chargers. Season finale, home versus the Bills, is rated as the most difficult remaining schedule in the league. So I don't see that 4th win coming. Future for New England, not all doom and gloom. Next year, they're projected to have $69 million in cap space. That's the highest in the
This
league.
is that right up there?
Yeah, the highest. In the head-to-head series, New England dominated in the Belichick-Brady years. He talked about that. Things have changed. The Bills have won 7 of the last 9. The team split last year with winning margins of 6 by Buffalo and 4 by New England. Finishing up on an interesting note here. The last 2 games New England has played in Buffalo have started off with the opening kickoff being returned for a touchdown. 2 years ago, Nyheim Hines went 96 yards on the opener for Buffalo, and he did have a second one later in the game.
Yep.
Last year, Jalen Reagor went 98 yards for New England. First time that 2 teams have had opening kickoffs returned for touchdowns in the same stadium in consecutive years.
Wow.
And just going to finish up noting that both those players no longer on their respective teams.
Well, one of them got a jet ski accident, so
That'll do it.
happen.
That's all I got on New England.
Here's what I got on New England.
All right, what do you got?
So give her plus or minus 2 years.
Okay.
And this I'm going to let you know in advance. This is a trick question,
Okay.
or it'll make you think a little bit.
Okay.
So have sold out every game in Foxborough since this year. Not this year, this year,
What,
year,
the
that.
year?
Yes.
I'll go 2006.
1994.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
That's back like the Tony Eason years. and all
Yeah, that and leading into
Joe
Bledsoe. Like that, I thought, I was thinking the same thing. Hey, they win a couple, they win a couple of Super Bowls, they start getting more. No. So for 30 years, they've sold out every home game.
Wow,
That's
that's
impressive. Yep.
Very impressive.
Bills lost the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah. Gee, thanks. Sure. Their current stadium is Gillette Stadium, which they played in since 2001.
Sounds about right.
But they played at Foxborough previous to that. Do you know what year they started playing in Foxborough?
73.
Let's see, plus or minus 2 years. So you win, 71.
Hey,
Oh, that's
'Cause they were-
razor sharp.
Gillette
Gillette.
Stadium.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
Because they were originally the Boston Patriots.
Boston Patriots, and they played a couple games at Fenway, and it was pretty interesting. All right, one more. With the Bills' slew here of 5 straight AFC titles, the Chiefs are at, 9 straight AFC West titles? New England put a string together when they were pretty good of this many straight AFC division titles. It
All
makes
right.
5 look like a walk in the park.
They did have the 1 year where Brady got hurt and Miami won the division. I'm going to say 14?
11.
11. Okay.
From 09 to 19. So 11 full seasons there. Yes, the year before was the Brady hurt year. So
another fun fact, the 2 times that Brady did not win the division in his run, Chad Pennington was the quarterback
For the Jets.
And for the Dolphins.
Wow. And that guy, he was aggravating to watch. He never looked like he could throw the ball.
But it was great.
And then he'd be like, zoom, zoom, zoom. And he would take off.
How are we losing to this guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Every time.
I mean, he took the Jets to the playoffs, I think, 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Miami 1 year. And he won the comeback player of the year with Miami.
Yep. Yeah, crazy. I forgot about him being on my. Wow. Ugh. Well,
that was that Christmas reference. Paddington Bear.
no. Is it?
Paddington Bear.
Is Paddington a Christmas
I
guy?
don't know. He's a bear.
All right. We are going to do. Aaron is not with us today, but we are going to play his music.
With you guys.
Are you ready to play with the rain? Okay. Here's the rain.
Well, that was fun. So
Where'd he go?
I got a couple questions for you guys.
I don't
All
know.
right, far away.
Yes or no? Frosty is the worst Christmas movie.
Movie or special? 'Cause I don't think I ever saw an actual movie of Frosty.
All right, special. Christmas-oriented program longer than 28 minutes. Which Frosty might be like 28 minutes. Is it the worst one ever?
I'm going to say no.
I don't think it's the worst one ever, but I put it on the other night and changed it.
It's pretty bad.
It's bad, but it's not the worst ever. Once you start getting the heat miser and the cold miser, and they kept going on and on and on from those. I'm not saying that one was bad, but when they started going on and on with all those other
Like
ones,
Year Without a Santa Claus.
Yeah, all that
Trust me,
crap.
yeah, some of those are poor.
pretty terrible.
Well, the problem is I know he's going to die.
Who, Frosty?
Yeah.
Should have moved him. Should have gone to a different climate. Nope, stupid kids. The yearly question of, is Die Hard a Christmas movie or
most
not?
definitely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That was easy.
Thirdly, on a scale of 1 to 10, how funny, genuinely funny, is Elf?
10.
I give about an 8.
I go 9. It is every time I watch it. It's one of those you watch 100 times, but I'm like,
You
still find myself
can't stop
laughing.
laughing.
No.
It's a 10.
You might be right.
You guys are
When he-
wrong.
When he's in the mail room and he drinks the gin and it ends up doing like the Russian dances on the table, and he's got that stupid Will Ferrell.
Get out
afro.
of here. It's
All
a
right.
10.
And his co-worker in the mailroom, he looks like he's about 70 or whatever.
Says
I'm
he's
26.
27 or man, to lay on all the mail. Yes, I'm willing to give it a 10. It's
Jimmer, are you
pretty
going
good.
up
I'm
a
still
little
saying
bit?
an 8.
Oh, standing firm at an 8.
For
All right,
that's
Jimmer,
pretty
what's
well
number
there.
1 then?
The funniest Christmas movie?
What would you give a 10?
Jesus.
Funny Christmas movie. Very
I-
specific here.
Don't have it. Yeah, Vacation. Yes.
Vacation is probably.
I would give that
All right.
number 1 overall.
It does have a very, very, very timeless feel. Christmas Vacation does.
What if you were home alone?
Now,
That's good, but not as good as Vacation.
best musical score for a Christmas movie goes to Home Alone. The opening credit for it is just wonderful.
Charlie Brown, Christmas. Best music.
Oh, I'm a Charlie Brown fan of anything though. He might be down there with Frosty.
Jimmer, I'm in.
Frosty and Snoopy. Wasn't Snoopy the Red Baron?
Snoopy always fought the Red Baron. He wasn't
Oh.
the Red Baron.
Well, what if he really was that he takes off the mask? Kind of like a Mystery Machine kind of deal.
But then when they show him fighting the Red Baron, who would be
It's Smoke and Mirrors.
okay?
Obviously.
It's a farce. But all right.
Speaking of farces,
Overall, speaking of farces, overall, number 1 Christmas movie. Is there one? You got It's a Wonderful. You got Miracle on 34th Street. You've got your Elves, your Vacations,
Christmas Story. What's the
your
one with the kid
Christmas
getting the BB
Story.
gun?
Home
That is my favorite.
Alone.
That is my
That's a
favorite.
good one.
Once again,
It's one that I'll put on Christmas Day and just
let it
have it on
go.
all day because it's on
It runs
TBS all
24/7.
day.
Once again, you're all wrong. It's Muppet Christmas Carol. It's unseemingly the best.
All right.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. For two, like my dad and Porky probably the only two watching.
Dorks.
We got nothing better to do.
Patrick Walker and MJO.
Hey,
All right,
hey.
hey.
All right. Cool. Well, since it's just the three of us, let's do some picks.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that boy Greg.
Who we starting off with?
We're going to start off with G at ATL.
ATL is given 9. Kirk Cousins is benched. Rookie Michael Penix Jr. in at quarterback for the Falcons. Giants 9-game losing streak where they are 1-8 against the spread. Michael Penix gets his first victory.
I agree
Right.
because man, the Giants are bad.
Oh, they're
Terrible.
Yeah, them, the Raiders,
Terrible.
and we'll see what
Poor
we think about.
Dable. Poor Dable.
Yeah,
He's
he's-
just thrown into a bad situation.
Yeah, the whole Daniel Jones, he had no control over any of that crap.
No, they signed him to a huge deal.
Yeah, they let Saquon Barkley go.
Ye-
Yeah.
Yeah, and that guy's pretty good. Also, Cousins, they're going to cut him. If they cut him before March, they don't.
17th.
March 17th.
St. Patty's Day.
I don't know what day.
That could be.
March something.
March some. They saved $10 million. They drafted Penix, and after signing Kirk Cousins, boy, was that kind of a weird thing. Well, maybe it'll work out for him now.
Yeah.
They did. I think they did the right thing.
Yeah, look, in hindsight, could be, Rabbit. Detroit at Chicago.
Chicago is getting 6.5. This week versus Buffalo, Detroit had 12 defensive players on IR. That total is now up to 15. Tack on 4 more from the offense. Plus, running back David Montgomery, that would be Knuckles of the Sonic Knuckles, he is out. After a 4-2 start, Chicago has lost 8 in a row. Even with all the injuries, Detroit's offense is just too much.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that spread. I don't know if they're
What is
expecting
6.5.
I thought it'd be double digits, even with all the injuries. Look,
I'll take Chicago.
Okay.
okay, I'm going Detroit. In a game that it could be fun, could not be fun. Cleveland at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati giving 9. Jameis Winston benched. Second-year quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson makes his 4th career start for Cleveland. In his previous 3, he has 1 touchdown pass and 7 interceptions. Browns 3-9 against the spread their last 12. 0-3 against the spread their last 3. I'm picking Cincinnati.
I'm going to take Cleveland. This
Yes.
is fun. This
Yes.
guy gonna throw 3 interceptions and 8 touchdowns.
I think
Tradition.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson will be pulled in favor of Jameis. And it'll make it-
Actually, Jameis is the 3rd quarterback.
What?
Bailey Zappi.
he will be pulled in favor of Jameis Winston as
By
well.
the second snap.
Yep. Oh, Billy and Josh said put in Jameis. All right. Tennessee at Indy. Very interesting for teams like Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Miami, like teams that could need a lot of help. But the Colts are kind of in there with
They're still alive.
win out and get help, and they can make a squeeze into the playoffs.
Well, Colts are giving 4. Levis bench for Tennessee. Former Steeler Mason Rudolph will be guiding the Titans sleigh tonight.
Ugh.
Like that.
See,
I did that one last year, too.
that's hard work. That's hard work. That's dedication, Josh. Slipping Christmas jokes.
Tennessee is 2-8 against the spread as an underdog this year. Indy just has more to play for. I'm going Indy.
I'm going to agree with you. Tennessee.
I'm gonna go with Indy, but it's gonna be a bad game.
No one's
Rams,
going to watch it. They're not even putting that on TV.
no, they're not even
It's
putting it.
for, you have to go to the game to watch it.
But they're not even gonna have it on the jumbotron at the game.
No,
No,
they're
yes.
going to have other games.
Yeah, if you're going to the Giant to take a leak, the radio won't even be on. Speaking of, probably
The sun.
probably shouldn't advertise this game on television. Rams at Jets.
That is our local game. Jets are getting 3. Last week versus Jacksonville, Jets wide receiver Devontae Adams had 0 catches for, obviously, 0 yards in the first half. Second half, he had 9 catches for 198 yards. Only other player to ever have more yards after getting shut out in the first half was Irving Fryer of New England, 211 yards in 1994.
What a great name,
Irving Fryer.
Irving Fryer. All right.
Sounds like a cook.
Aaron Rodgers in his career, 13-4 against Matt Stafford. But that was a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Stafford and the Rams.
Gotta go Rams. They're hot. They're pretty hot.
They got playing for a division lead.
Rams by 1. Don't trust the Jets to be bad.
So you're saying 1-0?
The Rouge.
The old Phantom Rouge.
All right. This could be interesting. Philly at the Commandeers.
Commies are getting 4.
This again.
Philadelphia quarterback Jalen Hurts leads the league with 14 rushing TDs. Derrick Henry and James Cook tied for second with 13. Philadelphia wins the NFC East with a win. I think Philly's on a roll. A close one. I'm taking Philly.
I'm going to go with Philly too, but Commanders are sneaky good. Like, somehow they stay in games and win some of them too.
I really think that loss against Dallas a couple weeks ago for Washington kind of threw them for a little bit of a loop, though. And that's young team, bad loss kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Washington's going to win this game. Basically, they're 9-5. They're fighting to stay into a higher wild card seed. I think they've got it in them. I do. If it was in Philly, I might go the other way. Arizona at Carolina.
Carolina's getting 5. Every week I sit here, Carolina's been frisky. I'm going to take them, and they keep on losing. But they are 5-1 against the spread. Their last 6. I'm sticking with the Panthers.
Yeah.
Staying with my guns.
Yep.
Well, Arizona's been bad lately too. So
Arizona's been bad on the road too.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Arizona.
I'm in the same ballpark as Jim on this. I picked them to beat Dallas last week, and Cooper Rush.
Boy, did they get killed.
Boy, geez Louise. That was a bad idea. But I'm going the same way. Carolina. I just don't like Kyler Murray that much that I'd rather pick a bad team over him.
Yeah.
He's either great or ridiculously bad.
He's snidely, though.
I don't like him either.
All right, that's it for the
Don't
1
play
o'clock.
baseball.
Yeah, he should have. That's it for the 1 o'clock games. 4 o'clock, Minnesota at Seattle.
Seahawks are getting 3. Geno Smith left last week's game versus the Packers with a knee injury. He's expected to play, but if he can, it's Sam Howell, quarterback.
He'll throw the ball.
All-time, Minnesota's 2-9 at Seattle. Their last win coming in 2009. Seattle 0-5 against the spread versus teams with a winning record this year, so I'm going Minnesota.
I'm going to go Minnesota, but Seattle is that other team that somehow wins games.
Mhm.
But Minnesota.
I think Minnesota's good to really good. But in Seattle, I picked Seattle against Green Bay last week, and, that didn't work out too well. But I think they win. Sure. I don't know. Minnesota's good to great, but Seattle's got that weird vibe about them. They always do. What else we got here? Jacksonville at – that ain't right.
Vegas.
LLV. That's an A for sure.
Oh, who cares?
All right.
Raiders.
Yeah. Turn the lights off.
Raiders are given 2.5. The team of Andrew Catalan and Tiki Barber drew the assignment of calling the game of the 3-11 Jags at the 2-12 Raiders. Safe bet to say who the low men on the CBS announced photo poll are. I don't care either. Go on.
Next.
Jacksonville. All right. And a game that the Bills-Patriots game got slid in front of. Schedule makers beginning of the year, you can't blame them for having this in the 4:30 window at the start of the season, because why not? A Super Bowl team, a team that this year should have been in the Super Bowl, and yet here we is. The Niners at the Dolphins.
Dolphins are getting 1.5. Both teams 6-8, still alive in the playoff race. Whoever loses will be eliminated. I'm going San Fran. Both Tyreek Hill and Waddle are banged up.
Yeah, Waddle's out with a knee, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. San Fran, but, man, if they disappointed all year.
Yeah.
Injury.
A lot of injuries.
Yeah, that's true.
It's interesting to see how teams get through or get by, and we talk about it many times. The Niners, healthy, are probably a top 3 team in the NFL. They are so top-heavy talent. Their depth is poor compared to other good teams in the NFL, and that has absolutely hurt them this year. But I hate Miami. Niners, it is. Tonight, those pesky Bakers. The Bakers went into the Chargers last week and smoked them off the field. Tampa Bay at Dallas.
Dallas is getting 4. Don't look now, but Tampa Bay, after sitting at 4-6, won 4 straight and are currently the 4th highest scoring team in the league. Dallas 1-6 outright and against the spread at home this year. Their only win for both was against the Giants on Thanksgiving. Give me Tampa Bay.
You don't want to say it, do you?
Tampa's going to win this, but I'm actually rooting for Dallas.
Why?
So they don't get a better draft pick.
I've been eating pregame squirrel brains. Jerry Jones been eating squirrel brains for years. we only act like we've been eating squirrel brains for years. Tampa will win because Mike Evans, even though he's hurt early in the season, is 1,000 yards a year guy.
Yeah. For his 11th straight year, he's got it.
Yeah, he's great. And when Baker's on fire, he's right up there with everybody else. I think Tampa wins. Tomorrow night, you've got late season drama with these Monday night games. I mean, yike caramba. I guess it's going to be a measure of how bad is New Orleans at how is Green Bay good enough to put away bad teams.
Well, Green Bay is giving 14, biggest spread of the week, part 1. Rookie quarterback Spencer Rattler gets his 4th career start for New Orleans. Alvin Kamara for New Orleans ruled out with a groin injury. I think Green Bay big.
Yeah, no doubt. But Spencer Rattler, what a name.
It's a great. Oh, it's up there. It's up there for sure.
He deserves to be in New Orleans.
With a cool name like that, hell yeah. Green Bay by 14.5.
Covers.
Yep, covers. All right. The moment you've all been waiting for, Santa Claus. See what I did there? Oh, that's sad. He didn't show up. Oh,
what a jerk.
Yeah. Anyway.
He's busy right now.
Is he?
He's scrunched.
Do you think he helps make the toys?
No.
You saw Elf?
Mm-hmm.
Of course they do.
I think he helps make the toys. Did anyone else watch Red 1 yet?
No.
It's pretty good. Sorry, I'll take J.K. Simmons as Santa Claus. And it's The Rock. He's fine.
I'll check it out.
Patriots at Bills. It's cold.
Biggest spread of the week, part 4. Not part 4. Part 2. Oops. Bills giving 14. You stole my stat about the 14-point spread for the Patriots. New England 3-4 against the spread on the road this year. This is a game Buffalo has no business losing. Comfortable. Bills 33-10.
I think it's going to be closer than I want it to be. I think we only win by 20. So 40-3.
I have bad news. Oh my God.
Weren't you like Mr. Math earlier?
I have bad news for everyone. This game will have a fluky Bills turnover.
Oh, yeah.
Always, when they haven't turned the ball over and are just in in high-speed chases with other teams, then they're so good. Today, they will have one fluky turnover that the Patriots will immediately give it right back to them. That's that kind of game.
That's not bad news for me. It's a bad news for everyone.
No, Jimmer.
Well,
Did my iPad die? Ooh,
it
was 100%. It's cold outside.
cold.
Baby, it's
cold outside. Yeah, it's Christmas coming up. The Bills will score 30 points for the 9th straight game.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. Or what happens with our 28-3 and pull Allen at the start of the 4th and don't.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that. A W is a W is a W. Keep everybody else at bay for the 2nd seed. We saw Baltimore beat Pittsburgh last night. Shit's getting interesting. So we'll see.
Stay right behind Kansas City. Kansas City's got
Pittsburgh and Denver to wrap
road
up
games.
Yep. So right. Oh wow. So yeah, I mean, there's a chance, and they're playing on a super short week.
So is Pittsburgh too, though.
Right. That pick 6 from Wilson was awful last. They get an interception, and he throws it right to Marlon Humphrey, like right to him. All right, Bills, big. I hope just
Bills
win.
by $1 billion.
Yeah, just do the damn thing.
Merry Christmas.
Not you, Dave.
Candy cane uniforms today too. First ever time, color rush red, white pants. I'm into it. I think it's
Not
gonna
bad.
look great.
Not bad.
And it's a troll on New England because their throwbacks are red on white too. So
Yeah.
it's fun.
Pat the Patriot.
Yep. Merry Christmas. Go Bills.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Go Bills.